Hi, it's Melanie Benson-Strick, and I'm here with my good friend Ron Caruthers. Ron, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what you do in your business?
Okay, I'm Ron Caruthers. I'm the CEO of College Planning Specialists. We are a nationwide firm based out of San Diego, California, that specializes in helping parents who forgot to save for college fix it at the last minute. And you can find me online at www.collegeplanninginc.com. And that's what I've done for 16 years.
So one of the things that I know about you as I've gotten to know you and your story, I was really inspired by how you were able to take your business from the mid 6 figures into 7 figures. Can you share with everybody a little bit about what was that significant leap that you took on?
There's a couple things. The first was we really began to focus on our client much more so than what we wanted to sell. So we had a fairly loyal fan base, if you will. And it makes sense. We're fixing something that keeps a lot of parents awake at night. And so the parents loved us. And about 3 years ago, rather than viewing ourselves just as a college planning firm, I began to look at it like, what else do these clients want that we could provide for them? So we moved into banking, we moved into investment, we moved into mortgages, we moved into senior planning for their parents, all kinds of things related to that we felt, since they appreciated us to begin with, we would have a relationship with. And of course, that's added huge amounts because it's all net profit.
And in order to do that, one of the things that I think is really important to point out here is that you had to start thinking and making decisions like the CEO of a major multi-million-dollar business, because that's really what you're building here.
Which is tough for a control freak like myself who wants to be in everything. But yeah, I've set up whole other divisions now that I don't touch. I don't know the employees that run them. I don't talk to them. I don't see them. And so it really, again, it was liberating and terrifying at the same time. And yet it had a huge impact on our income bottom line.
And I also feel like something that you do really naturally could be very inspiring to a lot of people who are starting to integrate this idea of the CEO factor in their business. Not only have you really let go in these business units, but you are starting to let go things that free up a ton of time and energy. So maybe give a few examples of some of those things.
Well, I'm probably the hardest working lazy person I've ever met. And so what I really try to do is like not do anything that I don't like to do and not do anything that I'm not good at. And so like, I think what you're referring to is I today bought a car sight unseen that I sent an employee to the dealership with my driver's license, social security number, date of birth, and a basic description of what I wanted, and told him to pick the nicest one, and was surprised when I got my new car. I like it. He did good. So, and I do a lot of stuff like that. I have employees that run cleaning errands for me, picking up kids from school, just stuff so I can be free to do what I do best as a CEO.
How big's your team, your personal staff right now?
Personal staff, 3 personal staff.
And in terms of the business units that other people run, how many people do you have running those business units?
Couldn't even tell you. Because I got employees, literally one whole division. I've never talked to the other people that head that up. And I doubt that I ever will. Maybe we'll meet one day, but I haven't talked to them on the phone. I've never anything with them.
Well, and as you know, one of the things I'm really big on in this idea of the CEO factor is that you really not only let go, but that you spend that time that is freed up doing more of what you do best. So what do you do more of when you're doing what you do best?
Think about other stuff that we can do that adds revenue to bottom line. So my job is to control the numbers as far as making sure our numbers are being hit, making sure the people that report directly to me do what they're doing and they're controlling the other stuff. And then a lot of my time is spent just thinking. So I'll spend hours at Starbucks or driving up and down the coast just planning the next, I call it chess move, which I'm horrible at chess. But the analogy applies where I'm trying to think 3 moves ahead of what comes next for the company and what we can do.
And what's one of those things that's getting ready to come next? Because I know you've broken 7 figures in your business now.
We're working on 8 by franchising. And so we just signed all the agreements today to hire a law firm to handle our franchising, because part of what's come out of this is people really enjoy the business that we're in. And so we've trained other people to do what we do. And again, it's been an informal coaching relationship. And we found it would be much better suited to branding and to ultimate 8-figure and who knows, 9-figure revenue as a franchise.
So I think this is really what is possible when you get out of your own way, when you free yourself up from being the bottleneck. You don't have to make all the decisions. You don't have to lead all the projects. You can let go. It really sets you up to have that empire and to, make a big difference in the world. And I think that's really what's happening is you guys are able to make a bigger impact on parents all over the world when you play a bigger game.
Well, and even like back to the car incident, it was probably one of the most liberating things that I've ever done in my life, because it was like, I let somebody else handle all the details. I didn't sweat whether it was a 0.5% interest rate. I could have gotten better by spending hours on my own, or I could have gotten a different set of wheels for the car. It was just, you handle this, done, bring it to me. And I like it. So, and that is an analogy for everything else that's going on in life and business.
That is really cool. Thank you so much for sharing your insights.
You're welcome.